Antoine Lavoisier, the father of modern chemistry. Introduction. Antoine Laurent de Lavoisier, also Antoine Lavoisier after the French Revolution, was a French nobleman and a chemist who was central to the 18th century chemical revolution and who had a large influence on both the history of chemistry and history of biology. Antoine Lavoisier is known as the father of chemistry because he was the first person to suggest that science was quantitative in nature and not qualitative. Early life. Antoine Laurent Lavoisier was born on August 26, 1743 in Paris. His father, Jean-Antoine Lavoisier, worked as a prosecutor. His mother, Emily Pankhurst, was the daughter of an advocate. Antoine grew up in Maras, known as the quiet part of Paris, with his older sister Mary. Lavoisier's mother died when he was 5 years old, causing him to inherit her money. Education. Lavoisier began his schooling at the Collège des Quatre-Nations, University of Paris, also known as Collège Mazarin, in Paris in 1754 at the age of 11. In his last 2 years at the school, his scientific interests were aroused and he studied chemistry, botany, astronomy and mathematics. Lavoisier entered the School of Law where he received a bachelor's degree in 1763 and a licentiate in 1764. Lavoisier received a law degree and was admitted to the bar but never practiced as a lawyer. However, he continued his scientific education in his spare time. Personal life. Lavoisier married 13-year-old Mary Anne Pierret when he was 28. Mary Anne soon proved to be a scientific partner for her husband Lavoisier. He collaborated with Jean-Étienne Guittard to work on a geological survey on Alsace-Lorraine. She translated English documents for him, including Richard Kirwan's essay on phlogiston and Joseph Priestley's research. She assisted him in the laboratory and created many sketches and carved engravings of the laboratory equipments used by Lavoisier and his colleagues for his scientific works. Career. Lavoisier never practiced law because he thought science was more interesting. After his mother died, he got enough money to become a nobleman. He was worked for the government and nominated to join the Royal Academy of Science in 1764. In 1775, Lavoisier made a laboratory in Paris where he could run experiments. His lab became a place where many scientists were worked. This was where he had made most of his discoveries. Honors. In 1775, he was appointed director of the Gunpowder Commission. He was appointed as one of the 4 members for the Commissioners for Gunpowders and Saltpeter Administration in 1776. Lavoisier was nominated as the government powder mills in 1776. In 1777, he published his experiments on animal respiration and the changes occurring when air passes through the lungs. Lavoisier became an important landowner by the successive acquisition of land in 1778. In 1785, he became the member of the Committee on Agriculture and was appointed the director of the Academy of Science. He became the member of the Commission on Weights and Measures and a Commissioner of the Treasury in 1790. In 1791, Lavoisier was nominated as the member of the Bureau of Consultation of Arts and Crafts. Lavoisier devoted 3 months at the advisory boards for arts and trades for perfecting the fabrication of the counterfeit paper currency in 1793. Contributions. The law of conservation of mass. The nature of combustion. Water is a compound of hydrogen and oxygen. Elements and chemical nomenclature. The first chemistry textbook. The calorie theory. Animal breathing. Contribution to the study of photosynthesis. Named the elements carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Discovered that sulfur is an element. Disproved phlogiston theory. Give the uses of oxygen, that is, oxygen is required for respiration, rusting and combustion. Introduced a metric system. First, to introduce effective methods of chemical reaction. Gave chemistry its first general laws and made it a science. Wrote about oxygenating and deoxygenating sugars to produce alcohols. Awards and achievements. During his lifetime, Lavoisier was awarded with a gold medal by the King of France for his work on urban street lighting, that is in 1766, and was appointed to the French Academy of Science in 1768. Lavoisier's work was recognized as an international historical chemical landmark by the American Chemical Society, Académie des Sciences de l'Institut de France, and the Société Chimique de France in 1999. Antoine Laurent Lavoisier's Louis 1788 publication entitled Méthode de nomenclature chimique, published with colleagues Louis Bernard Guérin de Morvay, Claude Louis Berthelot and Antoine Francois, Comte de Fourcroy, was honored by the citation for Chemical Breakthrough Award from the Division of History of Chemistry of the American Chemical Society, presented at the Académie Sciences, Paris in 2015. Medal commemorating Franklin and Lavoisier in 2018. A number of Lavoisier medals have been named and given in Lavoisier's honor by organizations including Société Chimique de France, the International Society for Biological Calorimetry, and the DuPont Company. He is also commemorated by the Franklin Lavoisier Prize, marking the friendship of Antoine Laurent Lavoisier and Benjamin Franklin. The prize, which includes a medal, is given jointly by the Fondation de la Maison de la Chimique in Paris, France, and the Science History Institute in Philadelphia, PA, USA. Books on combustion in general in 1777. General Consideration on the Nature of Acids in 1778. Method of Chemistry Nomenclature in 1787. Elementary Treatise of Chemistry in 1789. Final Days and Execution. The French Revolution started in 1789. Lavoisier tried to stay away from the revolution, but because he had worked as tax collector for the government, they called him a traitor. On May 8, 1794 in Paris, he was executed by guillotine at the age of 50 along with his 27 co-defendants. A year and a half after he was killed, the government said he had been falsely accused. Nothing is lost, nothing is created, everything is transformed, by Antoine Lavoisier.